Hi guys, I'm Rick. Welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm making sticky rotisserie chicken. Alright, I'm starting out here. I'm going to make the dry rub for my chicken, and I'm actually going to make this chicken tomorrow. Today's Sunday, but I'm going to marinate it overnight, so I'm starting the video today. Alright, I'm starting out here in a small bowl. I'm going to put 4 teaspoons of salt in here, and I'm just going to eyeball this. And if you can't marinate this overnight, do it for at least 4 to 5 hours. It's just with having to work in the morning, work tomorrow, get up early in the morning. I just don't have time to do it any other way. Now I'm going to put in 2 teaspoons of paprika. And like I said, I'm just eyeballing all of this. There was about 2 teaspoons. Came out all in one shot. I'm going to put in a teaspoon of onion powder. Right. I'm going to put in a teaspoon of dried thyme. Looks like I got thyme on my hands. That was a little knee slapper there, folks. Alright. I forgot to get my cayenne pepper out. There we are. I'm going to put in a half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. A teaspoon of black pepper, and this, like I said, I just have to eyeball it because I don't have a whole pepper that's, or a red pepper that's not on ground or already pre-ground in the can, I'm trying to say. Alright, half a teaspoon of garlic powder. A lot of spices to mix together, but this will make it all worthwhile. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and blend this together. Got it well incorporated. Alright, I have a 6-pound chicken, or it's a pretty nice sized guy. Now I'm going to take some of my seasoning that I mixed together, and I'm going to go inside the cavity of the bird with this, because when you put this on a rotisserie, in the rotisserie oven, this is going to season it from the inside out. Okay, now that I got that in there, I have I have an onion here that I quartered. I'm going to stuff that down inside the cavity of the bird. And that's going to season that as well from the inside out. Okay. Now, I'm going to take some string here. This is just cotton string, like used for a kite or whatever. And I'm going to tie this bird up. That way there, when I load it onto the rotisserie spit rod, it won't flop all over. You need to keep the wings and the legs secure. So I'll start down here with the legs first. I'm going to cross them over. That'll help hold that onion inside there. Go ahead and wrap them up good. Okay, now that I have my legs tied up, I'm going to bring my string up here and tie up the wings. Okay, now that I have my chicken tied up, I'm going to trim off the excess string. Get rid of that. And I'm going to rub the outside of my bird with the rest of that spice rub. And the reason I tied it up first, before I rubbed it down, was because it's easier to manage this way, tie it up. And when I go to tie it up while it's all wrapped with the spices, I'll be knocking spices off, and it's just easier this way. And excess spice that falls down in the pan, that's no sweat. I'll just go down there and get that out of there and put that back on the chicken. And you want to coat it good with your spice rub, both sides. This is what's going to give it all of its delicious flavor. Sides of the bird. Okay, now that I have my chicken all rubbed with its spice, I have one of these oven-safe bags that you cook the chicken in, or roast or whatever. I'm not going to cook the chicken in this. I'm just going to store it in this overnight, and then I'll throw this out when I'm done marinating the chicken overnight. I want to get them down in there. And I'm going to take any leftover spice that I have left, bring them over here so you can see. I'm going to dump it down in that bag with the chicken. Shake it around in there. Okay, now I'm going to tie this up nice and tight, and I'm going to let this marinate in the fridge overnight. We'll have this tomorrow for supper. And I will be back tomorrow, guys. I'll see you then. Alright, it's 24 hours later. It's Monday afternoon, and my chicken's been marinating in that bag with the seasoning on now for about 24 hours or so. So I'm going to get it loaded onto my spit rod. And we're doing this in the Ronco Showtime oven. So this is a spit rod that comes with that. I'm going to go ahead and start here with the breast side of the chicken, the top end, or the head side. You want to try to center your rods evenly down through there. And this chicken is super tender from sitting with that spice on it overnight. Lay the top on. Now let's take this guy over and load him into the rotisserie oven. Alright, I'm going to load this guy down in there. I'm just going to slide this back on the track. I'm going to go back into the notch. There's a little bit of fat hanging there on the wrap around. Now I'm going to start this out at about 1 hour and 15 minutes, and then we'll check it for temperature, and if we need to, we'll give it more time after that. Alright, my hour and 15 minutes are up. Now I'm going to check this for temperature, and it has to be at least 165. So I'm going to stick my thermometer in the deepest part of the breast, and we'll see where we're at. Alright, my chicken's only reading like 150. So I'm going to close this back up and give this 15 more minutes. And as you can see, the onions that I stuffed into Bird's Vajayjay fell out. But that's right, because there's still some in there, and it'll season it just the same. So I'm going to let this go for 15 more minutes, and then I'll check it for temperature and make sure it's up to at least 165. Alright, my 15 minutes are up. This went for a total of 1 hour and a half, and it's at 181 degrees, so this is done. I'm going to get it out and let it rest for a few minutes, and then I'll be back. Alright, my chicken's done resting. Let's go ahead and carve into this and see how it looks. And I cut all that cotton string off there that was on her earlier. It's looking pretty good to me. Let's go ahead and fix up a plate and see what we got. Okay, I also went ahead and made some mashed potatoes and gravy for on the side. So there you have it. Sticky rotisserie chicken. Give this a try. I think you'll like it. And until next time, I'll see you.